Is it over? What did I miss? Literally, what did I miss? Chat, what did I miss? Album has to be dropping tonight. They played too many songs. I don't know if I really hope most of the tracks that we just heard aren't on Iceman. I really hope so, because if all those tracks are on Iceman, Iceman's not going to be the best album, and it's not going to be what Drake should be dropping after everything that just happened. He needs to do more than that. I don't care if you're a massive Drake fan or not. I also am, but we got to be realistic.
What did I miss? So DJ Academics, Kai Cenat, What's the Dirt, and others, you feel me? A plethora of people are disappointed in Drake's Iceman episode 3 stream, and I think part of the problem is shit like this. On my previous video, I said I didn't want to talk about Drake in my in any other videos because there was a lot of rumors circulating. Y'all be feeling like I talk about Drake too much. If you feel like I talk about Drake too much, scroll past the fucking video, you fucking dick rider. Anyways, y'all had shit like this happening where these fan pages like, it's officially Thursday on the East Coast, the countdown begins, is a picture of a red button. The whole team been quiet today. Only thing they have posted is the trailer Drake posted is really going to be Nuclear. Who was it? The track that Drake's supposed to be dropping Thursday on Iceman episode 3 is rumored to be the red button. It's a bomb on the way, ladies and gentlemen. Red button picture. 9 p.m. today, red button. And y'all talked about this red button for over a year now. And there still has not been a red button. And you guys have put this enormous pressure on Drake to drop this Nuclear, life-changing, music industry changing song that he's supposed to drop that's going to like annihilate everybody. You guys have been talking about it for a year and it's not happening. And then you guys get disappointed because you set your expectations so high, and at the end of the day, we just got a bunch of Drake songs. We got a song where Drake is sounding like Yeet. That's what happened tonight.
This is not a joke. Drake has just dissed Kendrick Lamar and the entire music industry on his recent Iceman episode. You guys just saw a few moments ago, Drake just finished up with his Iceman episode 3, and this thing was filled with Kendrick Lamar disses and to everybody in the music industry. And now the number one diss that everybody is talking about is this right here, which was a point at the episode where a bunch of Pinocchios went to a dinner table talking to each other, trying to prey on the downfall of Drake. And along with that, they then wrote the word legacy on the dinner table, with them all chucking an ice ball at the word legacy, trying to erase it, basically referring to Drake's legacy and how a bunch of Pinocchio, aka liars, were trying to destroy his career. And now that wasn't the only diss that Drake made to Kendrick Lamar and the entire music industry, because shortly after that, he then dropped a song where he was dissing people with him saying, "I wonder how long I'll be at the top if they don't kill me." And then this diss right here where he was just making fun of Kendrick Lamar straight up, with him saying, "Last year was funny, people had bad jokes, now they can't see me out in person, they choke." Here's my entire situation though. Drake has just dissed Kendrick Lamar and the entire music industry on his recent Iceman episode 3 stream, with calling them all liars and Pinocchio and trying to tear down his career. Do you guys think this is genius, or do you guys think this is corny? Let me know.
Chat, can I be honest? They're spamming hidden messages, bro. That's dragged out. I'm not gonna lie. They're spamming hidden messages that's dragged out to make it look artistic. I'm sorry, bro. I'm not even hating either. I'm not even hating.
This is everything that you missed during Drake's Iceman episode 3. For starters, Drake completely embarrassed and humiliated Kendrick Lamar during this entire episode, with him constantly dissing him and the entire music industry by essentially calling them liars. And the way Drake did this was, at one point in a scene, he made a bunch of Pinocchios come to a dinner table talking to each other, which reflected Kendrick Lamar and other people in the music industry plotting on Drake's downfall. And this has just continued because at one point during the live stream, Drake ended up going into this weird museum where there was a bunch of people in suits surrounding him, him and looking down on him, and then you also had that Pinocchio looking at him. And I'm guessing this represents UMG and all the corporate people that are trying to ruin Drake's life, and the Pinocchio is basically Kendrick Lamar, who is a puppet for all of these businesses and corporations. As for the actual music though, this episode had the most music previewed, with Drake even previewing a bunch of songs with the artist Yeet. The name of these songs was Fake Friends, Crash Out, and another song called Doghouse. Now the songs just kept coming because Drake also previewed another track with Party Next Door and Cash Cobain called Somebody Loves Me. Then a solo track that Drake ended up previewing, which also continued dissing Kendrick Lamar with him saying, "I wonder how long I'll be at the top if they kill me." Now as for the ending, it is definitely leaving a lot of people with questions and just furious, because the way this stream ended was with Drake basically getting cornered into some sort of library with all the Pinocchios that are trying to hunt him down, surround him, and eventually killing him. And as you can see right here, this is the last screen that we see before this live stream ends, with it saying Iceman, and then it says "Rest in Peace Armani," who I'm guessing is the original Iceman and the person that Drake got this entire rollout from. Nonetheless though, what do you guys think about this entire situation? Drake just had his Iceman episode 3 that was very long, with it being 2 hours and previewing a bunch of music and definitely a lot of disses to many people in the music industry. What do you guys think about it? What Easter eggs or symbolisms did you guys notice?
Episode 3 just ended, and wow, after every one of these episodes I get a little bit more excited for this album. Drake again driving in this episode previewing music. He previewed a song called That's Just How I Feel. Then he previewed another song called They Wanna See Me Go, and I don't even know if this is finished because Drake was kind of rapping it while driving.
I don't even know. 80K a night, man, they better do the most. All these other niggas, man.
He was serving Pinocchio's ice blocks for dinner. One of them wrote Legacy on the table. Again, this is his first solo album since the Drake and Kendrick beef, so I'm sure he has a lot to say. After this scene, he previewed another song called Stuck. He then also previewed a remix to Somebody Who Loves Me with Party Next Door. The episode then continues with him meeting up with Kevin Durant outside of a club. When he goes inside, Yeet and a bunch of fans are waiting for him, where he and Yeet preview a new song.
Little girls trip, little photo dump, yeah, what? Just like Nicki said, money make a crump, what?
Between the first, second, and third episode, he's previewed like 9 to 10 songs. This is probably gonna be a longer album, and the beat selections have been nuts so far. I don't know who's producing or engineering this album, but it sounds very good. But I'm very curious to know what you guys think. Do you like the snippets that we've heard so far? Do you like the—
Whoa, is that Drake's girlfriend reveal? Daughter reveal? What if he fucks the hug up? Oh my, yo, what the fuck? Drake is a girlfriend? Ain't no way. Whoa, 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 whoa. Did Drake just reveal his girlfriend, bro? Oh my god, he did.
In case you missed it, here are the highlights from Drake's Iceman episode 3. What did I miss? Sorry, I just had to throw in that pun real quick. First thing, Drake previewed some new music while in the streets of Italy, driving around similar to what he did in episode 1. Number 2, a big theme throughout this entire episode was Pinocchio. Now, Drake is in Italy, Pinocchio is an Italian character, but I feel like Drake is definitely playing into something deeper with Pinocchio, more so specifically, you know, the lying aspect with his nose all stretched out. That was recurring, we saw him multiple times. Number 3, legacy. There was a moment where all the Pinocchios sitting around the table painted the word legacy on the table in red. Lots up for interpretation there. We had Drake and Yeet together singing, performing. They were like at a club. There was a preview of a new Cash Cobain, Party Next Door, and Drake remix of Somebody Loves Me, which is actually out now. Somebody Loves Me Part 2. He just dropped it at midnight. We also had a Kevin Durant appearance. Katie and Drake are friends, so, you know. And then last but not least, Drake ended off the episode by paying tribute to iconic Italian fashion designer Giorgio Armani, who unfortunately passed away today, September.
This is the hidden meaning and symbolism behind Drake's brand new Iceman episode 3. Just a few moments ago, Drake just finished up with his Iceman episode 3, and this thing was littered with Easter egg symbolism and a lot of stuff Drake is trying to tell us. Starting off with the main one that everybody's talking about, the 3 Pinocchios. Now, if you guys didn't watch the episode, basically at one point in the scene, 3 Pinocchios were introduced to the episode with them sitting at a dinner table looking to all talk to each other, which represents Kendrick Lamar and the entire music industry since Pinocchio are liars. And then shortly after all of the Pinocchios get together, one of them writes the word legacy on the table representing Drake's career, and then all of them pour an ice cube on the word legacy trying to erase it, which represents the music industry, Kendrick Lamar, and everybody against Drake, just trying to get him out of the culture and the genre. And then after that, Drake ends up running away when he sees the Pinocchios at a restaurant where he finds himself in some sort of weird ballroom with a bunch of different executives and people in suits looking down at him in a very serious manner. And with this, a lot of people are trying to decipher what this means, with some people coming to the conclusion that this is a reference to the movie's Eyes Wide Shut, where Drake is essentially being controlled by the entire music industry, like Lucian Grange, UMG, and just everybody that is quote-unquote blackballing him. But things even got more interesting because after Drake finds himself in this weird predicament, we see one of the Pinocchios creep up in the corner, and a lot of people are thinking that the Pinocchio in this scene represents Kendrick Lamar, as Pinocchio is a puppet and Kendrick Lamar is a puppet to all of these people that are trying to control Drake and destroy his life. Now, the way this ended was very weird but left us with a cliffhanger, because at the very end of the stream, Drake ended up going into a mansion where he was cornered and outnumbered by all the Pinocchios, and the Pinocchios then go up to him, and then the stream just ends. We don't know what happened. We don't know if Drake died. We don't know if the Pinocchios turned into him. We don't know if he turned into Pinocchios. That's just how it ended. But then this screen pops up right when the stream ends where it says Iceman, and then it says rest in peace Amarni. Now, we don't know who Amarni is. We don't know if this means that Drake technically died in this episode, but if Drake did die in this episode, does that mean that the album is scrap? It's very confusing, but it's very interesting as well. It's my entire situation though. Drake just had his brand new Iceman episode 3. Did you guys enjoy it? Did you guys not? What did you guys take from this? Let me know.